to. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Entropy Emporium. We are playing Project Reach Extraction tonight. We are on the penultimate episode, but I will let Harp get to that. For now, we will go around the table and introduce ourselves in a pattern conducive to ending on Harp so that Harp can kick us off. Real quick, though, we have a couple of announcements. First, as always, we're raising charity money for PCRF. That is ongoing forever until there's something different to raise money for, but this feels like the most pertinent one at the moment. So it's gonna stay that for until forever. Second, we have a community Discord, and we're doing community nights. We haven't done this month's community night yet, so if you'd like to come hang out, play game, or watch movie or something, you can do that, and we will have a poll at some point in the coming weeks to get that set up. But in the meantime, I am JT. I am playing Orca OS, uh, the resident antiviral software who is ready to kill God. And that is not an exaggeration. That is what we're going to do. But I'm going to pass it down on to Logan.
I didn't know it was that high of stakes. God is now here? Oh gosh. Hi everyone. I'm Logan, also known as Logan the GM. That's where you can find me most places. I play Hyena. He's a lucky explorer who siphons data. Um, and he's a little frazzled because last time he was doing things, all of a sudden there was a knife literally in his back. So it's not good, and he's pissed off about it. So we'll do something about it. Who gets it next?
Keen is going to go next.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. Tonight, I am playing the doctor, who is an impulsive speaker who separates mind from body. This was all fun and games until said stabbing of Hyena, and now the doctor is a little freaked out because combat is not their area of expertise. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
That's going to bring us to Kit.
Oh snap, that's me. Hey y'all, I'm Kit. You can find my places on the internet at Kit Roll. I am Emmett tonight, or Galahad, or some approximation thereabouts. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Don't think about it too hard. It's probably okay.
And last but not least, that brings us to Harp.
I'm Harp. I'm everything else, including the aforementioned God, who is currently sitting at the top of the tower. She is a trans girl who doesn't brush her hair, who is wearing pajama pants, as all
We
gods
absolutely
are.
stand. Absolutely stand.
Who else?
It
is
has
God
been
gonna
like
be?
a full month, a full calendar month since our last episode. I'm gonna do a very quick recap. What happened last session is Galahad's assistant, Anna, was acting strange and threatened Galahad. The other three confronted this person, and it was very clear that they were not Anna, and a large fight broke out, which eventually ended in them throwing the dagger up and leaving Anna's body. Luckily, the dagger, even though it did commit Andromeda's gaze, I don't know how to phrase that, even though it did commit Andromeda's gaze against Anna, Orca was able to draw that out of her until everything was chill until they found that Max Mogul, the person fighting Galahad, was not there. They investigated and found that he had been likely hit by Andromeda's gaze, so Orca posed as Max Mogul. And then everybody went outside and talked in a car for a while. Did I skip over anything major? I feel like that was pretty good.
That is the series of events.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. I think Orca has a copy of the virus now, but that's about his.
Yeah, we did some weird science with Orca.
Weird science. Oh, no one remembers that. I bet. Okay. Hi, I'm 33.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's fucking get into it then. you all are still in this car. Doctor, you had just received little pings from every single transmitter you had ever put out into the world. And the rest of you had seen this person sitting at the top of the tower, who you learned her name was Narcissa. Say, do you want to see something? And then the video feed cut out.
And that was the video feed from both mine and Galahad's ciphers.
Yes, that you used to track
Okay.
her.
I think that y'all would see the doctor, like the first ping would go off and kind of like glance at it. And like kind of squint their eyes and tilt their head a little bit. And then the second one goes off, and like it's like when a dog hears a noise, the head tilt just starts getting more intense. Because this is not at all what the doctor was expecting. Whatever conversation is happening, they have completely zoned out and are probably trying to scan quickly. Are these where I had kind of understood the bodies to have been left? Bodies?
No.
Are they all in one spot?
Some of them are probably around where you remember leaving them. However, a vast majority of these are GPS locationed within Enginesoft Tower.
Okay.
And then some of them are actually pinging from, they're pinging you and they don't have a like GPS coordination at all. You're just getting pings from them.
So we may have a problem. On top of all the others, I have a hobby that might be being used against me right now. Unsure. At the very least, I think our friend up top knows about it and could possibly be mobilizing a small army of bodies where I would take the memories that I have acquired and implant them into bodies to see what would happen when a base memory for a person or a AI is a bad one. They never lasted more than like 2 days. Okay,
What? This is a thing?
you're not meant to exist if your if the first memory is something awful that somebody else was trying to let go. You're not exactly primed to exist for very long. And so they would kind of just fall apart.
This was a hobby? This is a thing you did for fun?
It's for science.
Sorry, let me know when the incriminating information is done being shared.
Look, we're already in it, okay? She definitely knows that we're paying attention to her.
Yeah, it's when the you became we that I kind of take issue.
Well, if anybody decides that they suddenly know about this, I'll just take that memory from them too. My worry is that there are, well, don't become a problem then, Galahad. It's fine.
Okay.
But they are all active now. All of these have gone down. And they have all just become active. And a lot of them are in the tower.
The incredibly traumatized corpses that shouldn't exist are active and where we need to be.
Yep. You summed it up. I recognize
Okay.
I have not given us an advantage in this situation.
Well, at least we won't be surprised by them.
Some of them aren't in the tower. Some of them I don't know where they are. So those might still be a surprise. They seem the whatever is, and the doctor, as they are explaining this, like keeps glancing at Orca and then looking away. Whatever it is that was created have left their physical location, whatever that can be in this place. I don't have a GPS coordinate for them. I don't have. I just know that they're online. I never tried controlling them, so I don't know if this person is able to make them do anything, my interest was always in letting them go and seeing how they interacted with the world.
How did that go? Just like historically.
Well, again, they only lasted 2 days max. All of the problems that they were able to cause were very minor.
So, are they 2 days max? What happens after 2 days? They just collapse, or?
As far as I could tell.
Okay.
I don't know if it was... Some of it was exhaustion, which is a weird thing to say in this world that we're in, but it seemed like either the memory or the physical form that I gave it just got tired, ran out of steam. Some of them, again, when your core belief is something terrible, you tend to go out and cause problems. And so some of them were handled by people other than me.
Okay, you say handled.
Yes.
I didn't think I would have to ever ask this question outside of like fantasy novels and RPGs, but like, can you kill a corpse? Like, how do you handle
Well,
that?
you can't. You can kill them. As far as I know.
The corpses that you have uncorpsed, or are they still?
Yes.
Are they alive? What is?
No. All that they have. People come to me with memories of breakups. We'll use a light example. Very sad breakup. And then I gift that a physical form. But if that's the only truth that they know, they tend to want to go and cause more breakups because they're not around long enough to learn that there are better things. And I just wanted to see, with the range of memories that I have, what might happen.
Okay, so to clarify, you didn't put memories into actual corpses of pre-existing people.
I mean, if somebody left an avatar laying around, I wasn't opposed to it. But...
Okay. I'm just trying to clarify what's going on. I'm just trying to understand the situation.
They're not people. They're not people, but they are very angry. Probably.
Okay.
Or sad.
Uh-huh.
It's like Ghost.
Kind of.
Great.
Can we kill a ghost?
I think we will have to find out. Who knows? Maybe they're a welcoming party. Maybe this is all,
Yeah, because I'm sure she wants to just hang.
Benefit of the doubt.
Right.
It can't be that bad. There's probably no more than 100. Probably less. I don't know how many she turned back on.
Is there a back door? Is there something that you just, fail safe?
Thank you, Hyena. Yes.
They're as much of a failsafe as a memory can have.
Okay.
The nice thing, I will recognize that there are people in this group who are far more skilled at coding than I am. The nice thing is that I used my bare minimum skills to do this. So you can probably handle that.
Okay. Galahad Orca, I think we're gonna have to do some ghost busting, I guess.
Do we have to call it that?
I was gonna say virus busting, but they aren't specifically viruses.
I'm not wearing the jumpsuit.
You could.
No, I have a brand deal. It's a. I'm legally barred actually from wearing a one-piece outfit.
Your avatar is like actually like
it's
doesn't
locked.
allow- yeah.
No, it doesn't. It won't load. There's like a select preset. I don't pick those. I don't pick this.
Is that the
mostly a
only
joke.
major confession, or does anyone else want to admit to giving Professor Zimbardo a run for his money?
I don't have
You
anything
look
else.
confused. Professor Zimbardo is responsible for the psychological experiment at the Stanford prison.
Oh shit! Name dropping. Okay.
Just a little fun fact regarding fucked up psychological experiments that humans have been known to perform on their fellow man.
Yeah, it's all fun facts down here.
I want you to know this is Kian's expression, not the doctor. The doctor looks very neutral. Being compared to the guy who orchestrated the Stanford experiment is not what I expected tonight.
Oh.
That's a
Also-
lot
It's
to
a world
unpack.
where my code can be treated like, where memory data could be treated like a virus, in which case I am designed specifically to deconstruct that kind of data. I can be modified, of course, but might not be
Right.
too much of a problem.
The ones that are just memories, which is the bulk of them, because people don't usually leave avatars lying around, should be easy enough. I didn't exactly clean out the avatars before I added the memories in, so if there was anything left in them, that could be a surprise.
Cute. Okay.
So they might
oh.
be people, is what you're saying?
No, they shouldn't be people. That was not my
Shh.
intent. I wasn't trying to murder anybody.
They shouldn't be people.
Look,
Right,
I didn't think that
understood.
these were going to come back online, okay? There's a
Mhm.
lot going on that is making me second guess
Mhm.
what is going to happen next.
Not
they
the
shouldn't be
moral or ethical question of removing memories and then putting them in avatars to just see what happens.
I was asked to remove the memories.
Yeah, okay.
I recognize the second step, not ideal.
Yeah.
First
No, I
step,
understand the first. I understand the first step. That's valid. It's a job. It's a service.
it's-
don't exactly work in the most cleanest of business myself. That's fair. The second part is where you got me.
I understand that.
Okay. What are we waiting around for something, or what's going on? Should we just go, or should we like?
We have 30 minutes until offices close down. I suggest we lay low until then. But if there's anything anybody really, really has to do, and it would improve our chances, we can talk about it. But as it stands, I say bide our time, 30 minutes.
And then
there-
we could get started on this back door.
Are there any of these pings that are solo?
No, actually.
Ah, shit.
Not really.
What's the smallest group of pigs?
There's one about 4 or 5 of them.
Where are they? Is it what's the smallest group outside of the tower?
Yeah, outside of the tower. There's maybe
Okay.
4 or 5 in the same place.
If we want to get a taste of what could be waiting for us.
Okay.
She will know, I assume, that we are dealing with these.
I mean-
I don't know that bringing the fight outside of the tower, I don't think we'll drag her out here, but if she sends more, we may get stuck outside of the tower for a bit, and it could cause a spectacle, which I know some of us are not keen on. So,
I don't think we need to cause more trouble before we get into everything.
I'm happy to be the one to go and look, since I put us in this particular flavor of a problem. Just observe.
Is there a way to remotely access any of these?
I probably have traces of what I put where. I tried to be meticulous when they were not disposed. Once they went offline, I stopped keeping track, but I did what I could to pay attention to them when they were. I'm gonna try and scan in my head. The doctor has like a particular kind of coding system to organize all these memories because they wanted to see, okay, if somebody's worst memory was that they stubbed their toe versus something really traumatic, like what happened in the different ranges. So they would have organized it. So I'm gonna try and see if I can like hack into any of these pings based on the original code and kind of, I guess, see if anything's been modified and see like if they like have been introduced to like a new program that is like giving them directive or anything like that.
Yeah, make an intellect roll. This will be difficulty 3. You know how to do this, but there are some unexpected things that have happened since then.
Okay. I have 2 edge and intellect, which means I only have to spend 1 to drop it a tier, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
Target number 6. That's a 10.
Free. You for sure get into there. It's for a second you're like, oh, this is normal, and then you realize that every bit of code that you built to have this thing function, to have this thing move, has been deleted. As in, it logically can't be moving, and that is reflected in its static pinging. It is like maybe 3-4 blocks down from you. Doesn't seem to be moving, doesn't seem to have the ability to move when you're diving into this code. That's about it. Something has definitely been changed, but that change is pretty much just immobilized it.
Okay, good news. If we go and fight them, I don't think that it can fight back. Any physical
Excellent.
autonomy that I encrypted in this is gone. It can't move.
It can't move because
Somebody took that part of the code away.
So what can it still do?
and why would you do that?
She's not just taking control of these things just to show off that she can, right? I mean, there's other ways that you could do that if you wanted to make a spectacle. This is pointed. This isn't you. This isn't us. So, what could they do that would, I don't know, hurt you?
I mean, my only thought is that, again, these were not pleasant memories. I don't know of anybody else here that can do what I do. But if she has somehow found a way to access memories, you can do a lot if you make somebody face something they don't want to face anymore.
You said their moving code is gone. Is the memory still in these things?
That was my understanding, Harp. Is that incorrect?
Seems like it.
Okay. The memory is there.
If that small group of 4 or 5 is immobile, why do we not go take a look?
I think that's a good idea.
I just want to clarify, if you guys are going down there and examining it, I'm gonna say that's the only thing you can do before that 30 minutes is all.
I am happy above table to let that be the doctor's thing to go and examine so that everybody else can take care of other stuff.
Marco will go with the doctor because going
No.
is a bad idea.
Yeah. Splitting the party, even if they're allegedly immobile, is. And I don't know that I have much I would need to do, anyways.
I just need to spend some time to recover, but
You're recovered when you tear up.
oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm Peachy Keen.
We're
Let's
doing
go-
great.
Let's go mess with these guys.
We hopped in the getaway car and chugged a Red Bull, and everything's fine.
Yeah, you guys tell Ember, you show your GPS to Ember, and he takes you there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does he happen to have another cipher in the car? Because I'm down one, and if there's no other way to acquire, then I want to think about that. Yeah, because Kit and I both used ours to go and follow.
I'll say no.
Okay.
There is a chance you might be able to scrap some of these if you really want and find a cipher or two.
Okay. I just need to know how closely I need to hold my last remaining one. So that's
Yep,
just
yep.
helpful knowledge. Thank you.
Gotcha. You all drive down there, and it is deep in an alleyway. Sekpar City has a lot of pretty deep alleyways just for kind of storage, generally. There's some like non-Euclidean physics going on with a lot of them. So it'll be a lot longer than the block actually is. So it's pretty deep in one of these. And you find 3 different more mechanical ones. These aren't like a leftover avatar or anything. These are mechanics that you have built in the past, Doctor. And they are all lying dormant, seemingly unmoving.
You all get a ping that's like, even if we can't like use these, she might be able to use them. Careful what you say.
I think the doctor would just respond to everybody. I think I need to connect to one and see what's going on.
If you do that, let me help you at least, because I don't think it's safe for you to go alone.
I mean, that's very kind of you. I didn't think anybody was going to afford that. I will take all the help I can get.
Okay, yeah.
Before I do, can I mean, I did this by pulling the memories and putting them into something else. Can I try to pull like that's I'm gonna go in and observe, but I'm thinking about, okay, can I just remove the memory again? It's kind of my thought, but I will hack in to connect.
Okay. Yeah. Noticeably, even though you were able to remote into one and just look at the code, in order to modify anything, it's a little bit more difficult. It seems as if some sort of restriction has been placed on this. Granted, you've been around the block a couple times. It's still like a 4, I'd say.
Okay.
So for sure doable.
I will take Hyena up on their offer to help if
Mm-hmm.
because is that an intellect roll?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, I won't use my I was gonna use my cipher right now. Does the help drop it to a 3?
Yeah, sure. I'll say since Hyena's going with you.
I'll do that. Ooh, that's an 18.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you are able to do. I'll just say it flat out. You were able to do what you intended, what you expressed to me. You were going to do. And this all goes without problem. But at the end of when you do this, there's a little screen on this mechanic. You are kind of in the zone for a while. You don't see it, and Hyena, on the screen watching the doctor, you would see, like on Microsoft Word, a little like bar flashing.
Yeah.
And then just somebody delete a couple letters when they misspell something. Just says, "Don't cross that line."
I want to immediately, when I see that, I'm assuming someone's tracing us. Can I? Well, I probably know where it's coming from. I think I know where it's coming from. Can I effectively try and put up like a firewall around us, some kind of defense? I don't have anything.
To
that's
what
quite like
end?
that.
I guess. Like, what are you trying to protect from? Are you trying to protect from any tracking in general?
Well, we're gonna cross a line here, one way or another. and I want to make sure that if there's retaliation for doing that, we're protected.
Okay.
Yeah, like effectively, I'm using the term firewall to describe literally a barrier
Okay.
that
Gotcha.
if something attacks us, it might overwhelm the barrier I put up, but I want to like at least like, oh shit, give us a second to maybe respond.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. For sure. It's probably difficult, or actually, you determine how difficult you want the check to be, and that'll be the power of the barrier.
Okay. Does this in multiples of 3, right?
Mhm.
Let's do 4.
Okay.
So I have to get a 12. And I'm assuming this is intellect.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Although if you wanted, I could let you flavor it as a might roll. I think that could be applicable.
I'm actually like equal in both of those, but
Okay.
but I have 2 edge in intellect, so I like that more.
Yep.
So let's go ahead. So I'll start at 4, so that would be my strength. Then I'll reduce it. It costs 3 to reduce something, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so because I have 2 edge, I can just spend 1 to do that.
Yep.
And now I have to get a 15. Oh no, not a 15. 3 times 3, 9. Yes. Okay, so it's like a 50-50 shot, you know? A little bit better. Okay,
Hell yeah.
die. I haven't rolled you at all tonight, so we'll see how you like me. That was a 1.
No, your dice strike again.
Listen, that one's going away, never to return. I would say I'll just melt this down, but it might have like toxic chemicals. I don't know. So I try to quickly, like almost in a panic, when I see the words show up, I'm like, oh shit, and I try to put up a barrier, and maybe I just mistype. I mean, if anyone's actually done any coding, it's very easy to screw up your compiler. It's really stupid easy. So like maybe it's just an extra space I put in. I'm like, why won't you compile? And I'm like freaking out behind you, like the doctor. You can hear me go, compile. Come on, god damn it!
Can you just? I'm almost done because I
God damn it!
see this correct.
Galahad, like over your shoulder, trying to be the rubber duck, like looking at this fucking code, can't find it.
I don't stop though.
Intervene.
Say again, JT.
Orca would have turned to Galahad. Do we need to intervene?
I don't know.
Just more expletives from Hyena. Shit, fuck, shit.
Can
The doctor. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, can I help? But I think it's too late at this point.
The
What's done is
whispered
kind
no
of done.
was such a
What's
big-
done has happened. The most unhelpful Clippy in the corner.
You find a vulnerability in whatever access to this thing. You can push farther into this code if you want, looking at the 1s and 0s and all that, and find out what exactly happened. Above table, this is a roll to get a cipher from this thing's scraps. It's going to be a more difficult roll, and I'm not going to say what the consequences are going to be, though.
But there will be
for failing.
consequences.
I guess I kind of implied that.
I mean, I don't know that there is something major going wrong, and I feel pretty shitty that I have put us in this situation. So I just keep pushing forward because I'm trying to like figure out how to be helpful at this point.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything. Make a difficulty 5 intellect.
Okay. I'm gonna spend. Can I do that? Am I allowed to in this case? Okay, I'm gonna
Of course.
spend 1 to
Any roll.
difficulty 4. I am trained in all tasks involving perception. that be helpful here?
It's a little bit of a stretch to call it perception.
That's okay. I'll follow you.
Gotcha.
That's a 4.
Well, on the upside, I don't feel bad for denying you that. Like, if it was like
Oh.
like within a 1,
Yeah.
I would have been like, damn, let me think.
On the upside, you feel okay, Harp.
Yeah, on the upside,
On the
I'm doing
downside,
great,
I'm
guys. You dig into this, and you find a small file. You can't make out the name. It's not like you can't see it. It's just like it's kind of gibberish. And when you start to push into it, dig into it, you see the file's name is Hubris. You are immediately like kicked out of whatever link you had with this. And for the next 15 seconds ish, all you can see is a black screen that just has "Don't cross that line" on it, and you're going to take 3 intellect damage.
Shit. Okay. Is this a just damage, not a permanent decrease?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm just dropping my available pool, not my.
Yeah, as if you're spending 3.
Okay, just
Yeah.
making sure. Okay. I very viscerally would stumble back. And I'm kind of like, you would see the avatar kind of just spinning around. Don't cross what line? What line? What line did I cross? Did I step somewhere? What is happening? Just not moving.
She fucking got us. God damn it.
Goddess? What do you mean goddess?
The doctor went too deep for our mutual friend here.
Deep into what? What did you find?
Oh, thank God. Okay. I can see you all again. Something called a file called Hubris, which felt a little on the nose. Felt a little pointed, but I don't know. It kicked me out, and I just saw the message "Don't cross that line" over and over again.
Is hubris a virus?
Hubris is certainly malware.
Can I have it? For me? For
Yeah, make an intellect roll. This one will be like a 4 to just grab it and not do anything with it.
Cool. I will spend 2 intellect points to drop that to a 2.
Okay.
That's a 17.
Yeah, you have hubris.exe. That's all you find. This screen that was displaying the text "Don't cross that line" has since shut off. It seems that you taking that file out fully bricked it.
Well, I can try that again, looking over at our other 4 willing participants. I don't know what we will get out of it.
I think
Maybe-
she's just going to distribute the same piece of malware to each individual casket.
Can you tell what's on it? Can you tell what it does?
It's malware. It hurts you. I'm not going to open a piece of malware in my code.
I didn't know if you were built for that or something.
No, I am keeping it as a reminder and an excuse to hurt her when we find her.
That'll do.
There is a shout from the car that you can't quite make out. It doesn't seem to be urgent, but just questioning.
How much time of the like 30-ish minutes do we have left?
I'll say getting there and doing this, you've used maybe 15 of those 30.
Um. Well. I don't know what we want to do with this.
You above table, you guys also have the option to kind of prepare in character, and we time skip to the heist. The heist.
I think I've gotten what I can out of the Andromeda's gaze virus that she was distributing. One-time use bomb, which I intend to use on her above board. For the rest of you,
I mean, I'm cool with that. I don't have any
Yeah,
reason to
That
keep
sounds
her
good.
around. Well, I would suggest we get back to the car and maybe prepare for the heist itself.
Might as well.
You okay, Doc?
Dandy. Super. Never been better.
Okay.
I mean, Orchid just said one-time use bomb, and there's about a 50 to 100 of them in that building, so a little concerning, but
we'll handle those the normal way.
which is what is
Violence.
Beat the shit out of them until they stop moving.
oh
Violence, yeah.
okay. I will do my best, and the doctor is going to look around as though in an actual physical place for like a pipe or something to just grab and hold onto as a weapon.
Do you
And
not have
bring
a
it back to the car.
Do you not have a weapon?
Nope. I have one physical combat skill. The doctor is not a combat build. Went solely on vibes.
Somebody has to bring the vibes, you know?
You can for sure find like a metal pipe that was scrap that somebody tried to build something with. That's what these alleys are generally kind of for.
Perfect. Yeah. I will use it for my one, what is it called? Tussle? Bash. I'll use it for my one bash attack that I have.
Hell yeah. You all return to the car. For those of you who are in a better mood, Ember will small talk. For those of you who are in a worse mood, Nova won't say much of anything aside from like a couple logistics things. But either way, there's a very routine day-night cycle within the net. And as is predicted, things hit night pretty much exactly when you are to go up into the tower. About 5 minutes beforehand, Ember starts talking into an earpiece, communicating with the people back in their base. And a device in the center of the car starts powering on. Nova looks back at you all. All right. You all ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
We'll be watching. We'll be, as Ember kind of reestablishes that link all of you had, just for mental communication. We'll be able to talk you through all this. If you need anything, let us know. We can pull you out. Okay? Just like that, we can pull all of you out. It's part of the preparations we did. Please. I know I emphasized that this has to be done no matter how dangerous, and I still believe that. But don't do anything stupid. If you need us to pull you out, we'll pull you out.
If it comes down to it, pull those 3 out.
We'll ask first, okay?
I just mean I can be rebuilt.
She doesn't make eye contact. We'll see. Obviously, anything can happen in there. We don't know shit about what she's doing, what she has going on. Right? Right. Anything I need to know? Anything any of our team needs to know beforehand?
I I can know that this is a stupid thing, but the doctor is an idiot. I transfer back the documents that I took.
She looks like you can see her looking at a HUD. Doesn't say anything, but nods.
Might be an email or two that I've sent. So just if that comes back.
Gotcha. No worries. Are we all good? Looks at Ember, who is still like typing away 1 or 2 last things. Yeah, should be good to beam you all up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're good. And that is the last thing you see or hear, as you are very instantly, like no like no anything, but you just find all of yourselves sitting in Inessa Hartfield's office. You fall onto the ground as you were sitting in the car, and there are no chairs where you're at. But it is an empty office. The lights are off. There's a dim glow from the windows to the city.
I didn't know if that was going to work on me.
Well, okay. Hyena's gonna reach into his big puffy jacket and, like, anime hammer space, pull out his laser rifle. She's like, okay, time to get to business.
Yep. Same goal as ever, it seems.
I look at the laser rifle and then look down at the pipe bar in my hands.
Listen, it's about what you do with it.
Okay.
Would you like to coat your pipe in poison?
I that would make it more effective, I feel.
Orca will toss over a vial of anti-data.
How long does that last? Is that like I need to indicate when I use it to attack, or can I just put it on and use that?
It's like a single-use consumable.
Okay.
Okay, where to? Does it?
There's a small stairway up that, after some poking around, with the help of Galahad, you know the best. You've been up on this floor at least a couple times, you know? There's one doorway that you never went into, but didn't seem particularly secure either. And that leads to a stairway. And you guys go up and up and up. Probably 4 flights of stairs.
Seems excessive.
And you are to a door, a very ornate looking door. At the top, it's locked.
Is this something that we would need like key card access to?
Seems like it, but there's nowhere to swipe.
Is this door digital or mechanical in any way?
Both. I think.
Cool. Wonder then if Orca could use one of their ciphers. It's a machine controller. Just a little device that I stick onto a machine of any kind and can activate or deactivate as needed.
You can absolutely use that on this. For sure.
The little beak on the raven's head of their cane opens up and a small little pip falls out that they sort of just stick on the door handle, and for just a brief flash of their eyes, they'll activate it.
The door swings open right as you do that.
Nice trick.
Humans have notoriously poor security on doors.
Ain't that
Well,
the truth?
it's like a wall, but you have to go through it. So there's little things you have to.
I understand the function of a door and its handle. That
Okay,
is not what I was saying.
okay. I'm just give us a little credit. That's all I'm saying.
You want me to give you credit for a hinge?
Can we do door physics later? And Galahad's got like the sword out and is just like shoving through the door with an elbow.
As you enter the room, what you find is stacks upon stacks. It's a semicircular room. You're on the flat end. Along the entire curved side, servers. Lights and flashes and wires. Almost looks a little retro for this age. Like they're not too far off of like a server room that you might see in our world.
This is fun. This is adorable. Okay.
I wonder if we could break these and stay unnoticed.
Probably not.
Yeah, doubtful. There's also probably more than bad stuff on these servers. I mean, this company kind of owns all of it in one way or another. So,
They own most of it. That doesn't mean they own all of it. They own the infrastructure, I guess, but
they own enough of it that if we fuck up the wrong box in here, we just might despawn. Is sort of where my concern is lying, just at the moment.
Oh, what? You haven't looked at your reality in a room that you could just turn on and off with a gun, and he aims his laser rifle at one of them. Just haven't considered that once or twice in your life.
It's been a minute.
I have a small, tiny question.
Go ahead.
Why don't you have physical versions of this?
Yeah,
Why would us breaking this be contingent on your existence continuing?
it wouldn't. It would just be our existence here continuing.
But that's probably going to be a problem either way.
Yeah.
But we can't fix things if we're not here.
You're muted, Ken.
I'm muted everywhere. We don't have to expedite to the not existing here. We could.
Yeah, it's
We'll do it on the way out.
There. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
I guess I still do make money in this place, so I still would probably like this place to exist still.
Yes.
This is my primary income. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, like burn it all down, sure, but consider I still need to pay my bills.
Consider we burned strategic parts of it sort of
Yeah.
down. Finding those strategic parts, however, which of
I
the
want-
servers feels
Okay.
bad?
Yeah, let's everybody make a just make a intellect roll. It's gonna be 2, 3. Just tell me the numbers. You'll probably get it.
15.
I
10.
only got, only a 10 this time. My dice was right in the middle.
Welcome
I
to
have
the
the
party.
wrong kind of dice out. That's on me. You caught me slipping.
I also want to see, Harp, if I'm getting any pings of my little army of buddies in here.
You're actually not. All of them have gone quiet.
Oh,
And
no.
actually, they all went quiet after you, after your vision was messed with.
Okay.
Or I hate that.
Yeah. So, those of you who beat, let's say, 9, you're looking through all these servers, and all of them look identical for the most part, at least differentiated in ways that are meaningless to you, as in there's more chords here, there's fewer chords here, there's chords to the left here. And as some of you are looking at the servers themselves, you're getting nowhere, but some of you look down at the floor where before one specific wall of servers, there is a blue painter's tape below it. It is just a line.
That's suspicious, isn't it?
What is it oriented like we're walking up to it? And it's okay.
Yep, as if there is something to cross. You would notice that in one of the servers on that wall, there is a port that any of you can access.
Can I? Can I please?
Is it on the other side of the line?
Yes.
Could you like an
We-
extension cord?
Yeah. We should just stay ready. There's a line not to cross.
You said it's
I-
painter's tape?
Just normal.
Peel it
Okay.
up, scoot it back, put it back down.
You can for sure
Fine.
do that.
Find the camera in the corner of the room, flip it off.
Go ahead, Orca. Show us what you got.
I'll plug in. Put me in
Um,
there, coach. Put me in.
Orca immediately just deconstitutes.
Well,
Outstanding.
Shit.
Not in a way that like it not like a violent deconstitution or anything, more as if this person has been transported somewhere.
she's probably fine though, right?
What? That doesn't
She's not really normal.
Only
so...
one way to find out.
Hey, hold on.
Are
Don't
you
we have this
gonna-
mental link? We have this mental link thing. Orca, you still there?
You can hear this.
Hi.
You can't
Okay.
see anything right now though.
I've
It's like
gone
she's still
blind.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
This is new. I've never had a sense deprived, and it's one of the only two that I have.
okay.
Uh-huh.
This is. I'm.
He's the other one working.
Do I feel anything, Harp?
Yeah, there's ground beneath you. And actually, you said you can see. There's no light in here, but you realize that's not your eyes working because you have one component that just blinks like this tiny little LED. You can see that. It's more like you can't see anything because it's all dark.
Never mind. I've misled you. I'm in a dark room.
That is very different.
It's a good joke, Orca.
I
do you have like
wasn't
a
kidding.
light? Do you have like a flashlight?
Can I turn my eyes on?
Yeah.
Like headlight style?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Sure. Yeah, you are in a circular room with glass on every side, and you can't see too far past the glass, but you can see it's divided into kind of thirds outside of your room.
I'm in some sort of panopticon type observation deck. At least that's what it reminds me of. It's a circular room, glass on all sides.
None of this is comforting. Nowhere else for us to go. Unless,
Well,
Orca, do you feel like you could find your way back here? Is there a way out?
Do I see another door? I could break the glass.
Well, hold on. This is clearly like there's nothing that you can see except this glass.
And the
Is there
floor.
anyone that? Okay, is there anyone there possibly monologuing at you or something?
My hearing feels perfectly functional.
Okay. I don't know if it's necessarily a trap. I think this just might be how you get to the next spot, guys.
quick question. We have this sort of link with each other. Can I, use that in ways it wasn't intended to be used to try to track Orca, figure out where, if she's on the premises, if there's like a physical location associated to this within here?
Yeah, in fact, this is kind of what it was purposed to do. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that.
Sick.
Orca has moved to a private server. This is not on the main net. This is
Oh no.
GPS is pretty useless, as is not really like on the same plane of existence
Got
that like the
Fuck.
yeah the
I've been
GPS works on.
instanced. No.
No.
Yeah,
The client
instant.
side.
No.
Damn you, NordVPN.
This episode
But either way,
anti-sponsored.
it seems that nothing is happening to you actively hostile, and you can't determine like I don't know how many private servers you've worked with, Galahad, but it's pretty much the same if you have.
I would imagine at least one for reasons.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't want to say it, but you know.
I mean, it goes. I feel at this point it goes without saying.
Sure.
We all who among us doesn't have a private server at this point? Is there a way to get out without being extracted?
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Take the server box out of the wall and bring me to her.
In a box.
Yes. If you could plug me into one of her computers. Well, then that might just be all she wrote.
That's not the craziest idea.
There's
We can get to
nothing
one of her
else.
computers.
I want to say like there's no hallways either way in the room you three are in. It is just a semicircular room with a bunch of servers and a door that you just came through.
I mean, have we established like where
I feel as though in order to get to Narcissa, we need to go where you are, Orca. I think Hyena's right. It might just be a transport to the next step.
I don't
It
like
begs several
the idea.
questions, but it could also just be an attempt to trap us in a private server.
Yeah, the last time you crossed a line, what was that file called again, Orca?
I didn't cross that line.
No, but there was a file on the other side of the line.
The
It had a
file is
name.
called Hubris.
We get
Yeah,
it.
there
We
it
get
is.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
And there was a physical line here.
Uh-huh.
It's already been crossed.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else for us to go. Unless
there's
you know
nowhere
some
for me to
secret
go.
passageway.
Okay. Let's see if we can do something here on our end. Can we try and extract Orca forcibly?
This is kind of you feel like look at upon close examination of the port. It is pretty much the best kind of device you can get for transporting data. This thing can move terabytes and terabytes within the blink of an eye. Notably, people use this for like
petabytes.
avatar transfer.
Mhm.
If you touch this port in the wrong way, you'll be transported where Orca is transported. Notably, it was meant for this purpose, right? Like, it seems that this is two-way. And even though Orca can't see another port where they're at currently, this does seem to be a two-way connection.
Okay.
Its explicit purpose is just to move matter. If you could get Orca to the other endpoint, you could for sure get Orca out. It's just that's kind of on Orca.
Okay. I kind of communicate that just really quick mentally. Just like, okay, Orca, you're going to have to do some investigating, do some detective work, and find the other port.
Orca will have a look at a preliminary rehash of the room that she's in before jumping to break glass and leave.
While Orca is searching, there is a little like JBL speaker, like a little Bluetooth speaker, like below some of the servers, and you just hear a very uncomfortably familiar voice at this point. Just, hello? Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, it's a little distorted, just because the speaker wasn't meant to. Just go. You've already crossed it. I don't want you here, but now I can't really have you leave, so might as well go. Let's talk it out.
It's the most threatening invitation
really
I've ever
trust
received.
Yeah, I don't trust someone who stabbed me in the back. I'm just going to put that out there. So,
You don't have another choice.
While she's talking,
Mhm.
can I do the same thing that I tried to do with Orca to her?
Yeah.
Try to figure out where in this beat this is coming from.
Yeah, that's a difficulty 2. You've done this like a million times before.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
I've
too
got
hard.
skills in following tracks and also hacking. So
Okay, so it's a difficulty 0.
bet.
Uh,
Finally, my specialty.
she is also in a private server. You can't tell where.
Can't tell if it's the same one.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But she is in a private server for sure.
Interesting.
Listen, I can't even like. I know what you're here to do. You can either come to where I am or you don't have to. Right? I want you all to go home, but the line has been crossed, so one's gone, right? You can try and help or you can go. I don't actually care that much.
Why don't you come out here and talk to us? Get us
Why would I do that?
faster. We're not allowed to leave until we figure this out. So if you want us gone,
So fucking figure it. Oh my god! And the speaker disconnects.
okay, so this is going nowhere fast.
yeah. Well, I mean, she's in some sort of similar server. I can't tell if it's the same one or not, but she's not out here.
This goes against all of my instincts, but I don't think waiting for the end of the world to happen is better than going and running towards it. So I'll see you guys on the other side, and Hyena will take his port from his neck and just plug it in.
Hyena, you, as the others have, deconstitute. You immediately appear next to Orca. You kind of crash into them.
Ow, oh, Okay. You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
The remaining two of you in the server room, you hear a noise from the door behind you that you didn't want to hear. Mechanical clicks. That door is closed.
Cool. Well, looks like the decision has been made. Unless you have any grand ideas.
I don't know that any grand idea that I'd have could be pulled off by two people. So
Arguably 1.5. Again, I'm not very helpful here.
I'm sure there are other skills in there.
We're gonna find out. I will go over and connect.
The same thing happens as your body falls onto the center, where I assume Hyena and Orc have kind of made a little bit of a clearing so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just Galahad left.
Fuck, I hate this. I hate this so much. Galahad, yeah, walks up to the thing, doesn't turn, flips off the camera in the corner and touches the thing.
Right as you're about to touch, the speaker comes back on and says, "Well," and then you are transported.
I fucking hate this family.
Hyena, you were about to say something.
I was just gonna say, welcome to the other side. We are all lost in the void.
Notably, as soon as Galahad gets there, there is an almost blinding light that comes from above.
I thought you said it was dark in here.
It was.
It was.
And you now see the full thing. The glass has since, like the moment the lights turn on, the glass comes down. And you see 3 very different landscapes split into equal thirds outside of your little circle. There is a hardwood floor that just extends out into infinity. This is a white void that you're in, essentially. And in that hardwood floor, there are just like giant splinters of wood that go up like maybe twice your height. Here and there. There is a mechanically shifting floor. It is metallic. It looks to be ever moving. And then lastly, there is on a dark, or not dark, like a blank white floor, similar to the horizon and the sky. It goes on forever, and it has in it the size of trees, obsidian hands that are coming out of it and holding small cubes. Not all of them holding them, but they're all holding purple cubes. After looking around at this for a second, some of you might look down, and below you in handwriting, it just says, all lowercase, Heaven, Narcissa. That's where we're going to take a quick break for, 10 minutes maybe. We'll be back. Everybody, have fun. That's my only wish for you this break is to enjoy yourself.
Have fun, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, tell your friends that you care, do what you gotta do. In the next 10 to 15 minutes, we will be right back. welcome back, everybody. We're having a cat central over here. We're back at halftime. Banton has so many opinions this evening.
She has
But I
entered the
will-
chat. I apologize.
I will turn it back over to Harp in the meantime.
Hi, welcome back to Project Reach Extraction. We're just gonna get right into it. You four are sitting in the middle of this white circle. Just says Heaven Narcissa on it. And something clicks on. It sounds a lot like the Bluetooth speaker, but just kind of coming from every direction. Since you're here, I thought you'd probably end up here. I don't really want to kill you. So I have nobody's ever well, this is the first time people from not very many people come here. This is kind of where I live. I have 3 things that I want you to see before we talk. And then whatever happens is gonna happen.
Is that
You
your
can
villain
talk. I can hear
monologue?
you.
Is that your villain monologue? Is that what it is?
Okay, first of all, I think we'll see eye to eye more eventually. Okay?
Yeah, you stabbed me in the back. Just keep that in mind that maybe we're not on a good playing field here.
Okay. I don't really care. It's fine.
Okay.
People scream at gods all the time.
Oh, okay. That's where we're at. That's the ego level we're dealing with. Gotcha. Heaven metaphor. Okay.
You can go in any of the 3 directions.
Thank you for your permission.
I just saw you all not moving, so
Hey, real quick before all of us descend into one of the biomes of heaven, I guess.
Minecraft
Yeah.
server heaven.
Minecraft server.
Oh no, it's
Super
a
flat.
Christian Minecraft server. Is that
Not
the
again.
arc?
Not again.
God.
I'm gonna try 3rd time's the charm. I'm gonna try to locate this motherfucker. Because
Okay.
if we're within the same server, potentially that's gonna be significantly easier. At the very least, it'll tell me if she's actually in here with us.
yeah, you can do something very similar since you already had the trace. Yeah, in this server, it appears that she is either directly on top of you or directly beneath you. But she is definitely one of those 2 things.
She's not in one of the 3 biomes that she's trying to get us to go into.
No,
Cool.
for sure not.
I don't know if there's any sort of way that we could see a way to get up or down there.
Do you guys need a tour guide? I have one if you want.
I thought you said people don't come in here.
People from outside of here don't really come in here. I can, well, do you want a guide or not? I'm not going to fucking force you.
Sure.
Okay. And from behind one of these giant obsidian hands comes an avatar that nobody here recognizes except the doctor. The doctor, this is one of your first experiments, I guess. This is like, this one was really when you just like started being like, wait, I could do this, and found like some enjoyment invested in it. And this person walks up. Hi. I can show you wherever, if you want.
Um. Sure. Sure.
Which one do you wanna do?
Glance back to the group.
Whatever. I don't really care. Do we want to do the big scary hand one? Because that's where this thing came from.
We might as well do the hands, I guess. We're gonna have to at some point, right? That's how this game works.
Yeah, she wants you to go to all three. So let's go. Okay. And
Wait.
begins walking.
Wait, what's your name?
Oh, Alpha.
Okay, real original. Oh, okay.
Can I?
Oh, sorry.
I was saying, can I scan Alpha for malware?
Yeah, sure. Actually. This is difficulty 2 roll for different reasons.
Okay. Higher than a 6, 11.
Yeah, you try and scan this as like a program. It is closer to like a person, like an avatar, than it is a like set program. Even like a lot of the like helper avatars, this one appears to be much more complex on. As he leads you back, walking around some hands. This, as a circle divided into 3 parts does, the landscape kind of becomes more and more this as you get further in. I've heard a lot about. Never mind. We're almost there. And you reach a desk with a bunch of papers on it. Are any of you going to read them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, natural curiosity is alone.
Natural curiosity.
You, Kit, what's your character's last name?
Arthur?
Yeah. I guess I kind of gave it away, but Grace is the only person that recognizes the name Emmett Arthur. And it is documents of him, pictures of him, and notes on him. These are taken from various points during his life. About a year-ish before, like that's the earliest you can find, a year-ish before he was hit with the gaze. The Andromeda.
And these are all images from inside the system, inside the internet. Or are these pictures of the Flesh Boy?
There is actually probably one of the Flesh Boy.
Hate that so much. Probably doesn't look all that different from the Avatar. Obviously it's like the Avatar is a little bit prettier because that's how we all do. But very much a self-insert Avatar. You came out here. She brought us out here to show us her little murder board of me. Is that what's happening? this supposed to be intimidating?
As you dig, because I don't think I properly emphasized, this is a mountain of papers. Like it is not just like scattered over the desk. Like there is a lot here. And as you dig deeper, you see pictures of him in environments that he has not been in. You know that for a fact. Like a white void is one example. There is just like grasslands and him just standing. There is also a lot of just copied data down. And then at like near the bottom, it is all just various pictures of him glitching.
I stand by what I said. Is this supposed to be intimidating?
I mean, at the very least, I imagine a little bothersome. Are you not bothered by this?
I mean, of course I'm bothered, but it's not the first time there's been a fan.
Do many fans call themselves God and take looking at Alpha, someone's memories, and make them into what seems like, well, Doctor, you said that most of those memories are pretty single-minded, right?
Yep.
This one doesn't seem so single-minded.
No.
Looks really uncomfortable as they're within earshot.
I'm gonna turn to Alpha. What do you remember?
Not much from back then. But yeah, I'm here now. He's a pretty points to the pictures that you're looking at. He's a pretty decent guy. As you are snapped back to the first circle, the one with heaven on it. This kind of biome has a glass panel around it, and Alpha is not with you.
Okay.
So it looks like Narcissa perhaps gave them the power to think and speak, but doesn't want them to use it.
Maybe. The word heaven, the place that is heaven, is full of God and his angels. Alpha rings to me to be an angel of sort.
I've concocted several theories.
Go ahead.
Considering that heaven is, for all intents and purposes, a Christian iconography in the English language, it could be perhaps that the Doctor's work and whatever happened to Emmett are particularly of interest for the purposes of reconstructing humans, as God once did in her own image.
Listen, it's very against my personal code to think of just data as, I don't know, souls, but
Human?
yeah, human.
I understand. I do not fault you that.
But recent changes, and he looks at Orca, and I guess someone who can deconstitute you with a dagger. I won't call that God, but I will at least call it godlike. I don't know. It's akin.
All I'm saying is, what better way to make new life than to use the memories discarded by people who didn't want them? Perhaps a bit psychologically damaging for the humans or persons that the god seems to wish to create, but it's a better starting point than from scratch.
Maybe. Or maybe Narcissa is just a narcissist.
It's not a very good starting point, to be clear.
But you did it.
Yeah. But not like that. Maybe Narcissa took my starting point, but has elevated significantly. None of mine ever could have.
Galahad, what are your thoughts on Emmett?
I'm sorry, what?
I believe my tone was clear.
Yeah, it's like what is your sense of self? What do you mean?
Answer.
What are
For
my thoughts on
someone so concerned with hiding their identity, that was a pretty detailed dossier, don't you think? Hyena,
Is it-
how much information were you able to pull?
We know you're not Emmett, or at least not the original Galahad. And I have an unfortunate, or maybe fortunate, depending on how you look at it, feeling we're going to see Emmett soon.
We're
Okay.
not. She's not that good.
I disagree. She was able to collect over 100 corpses without anybody noticing.
Yeah, those were corpses. Those weren't real people.
Let's go see the second biome.
Okay. You got another tour guide for us?
You want one?
Oh shit, she is listening. Okay, I thought she was bored.
I was.
Let's see it.
Okay, sure. There is another one walking out of the giant spikes. Right? Again, nobody recognizes this person except for the doctor. Discarded avatar. Hey.
Let me
you-
guess.
you-
Beta.
Delta. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. I was close. I mean,
Yeah.
not really, but you know, I get the
It-
pattern.
I get it. I haven't really. No, we're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let's go. It's way down here. This one is probably my least favorite. But you know what's up? I guess. Time to go.
Okay.
So actually, I shouldn't make small talk. I don't think, but
Why not?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like you guys are here on like good terms for us.
Are there ever people who are?
Yeah,
Here?
most-
On good
actu-
terms with her?
Most people who come in here, yeah.
The wellness of our terms with your boss should be irrelevant to our natural curiosity.
Okay. So, I mean, listen, she's a bit abrasive, but you know, I feel kind of. I don't know. Indebted is a bad word, but like, I don't know.
Who is
positive.
she to you?
Well, she kind of like made me, I guess. In a way. Well, looks at the doctor. finished me, I guess, is probably better.
And
But yeah,
what
sorry.
are you?
I'd like to think I'm a person. It's nice that somebody sees us that way, I guess. But you know, we've actually had to, when some other people have come through, we've had to act a lot like more robotic, you know, just to kind of keep up appearances.
Nothing
Comes
wrong
with the territory,
robotic.
I guess. What?
Nothing wrong with robotic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I've actually heard a lot of it. Yeah. Like right after they say that, there are these giant wooden spikes coming up through the floor. One of them that you come up on is going through a body that you can't make out, or at least a recreation of one. As you approach it, I think Hyena might actually be the only one who recognizes this form of her, but it is Merlot Clark Harrisburg. The next one you come across is Flavia Harrisburg, and the one after that, Nephany Piro, who you know as Rose.
Holy shit. Doc, have you worked with these people
No.
before?
No, this was not me.
Okay. So she can do it from anything? Or from anyone? Harp, are they conscious, or are they aware, or are they just bodies?
They look to just be bodies. And upon closer inspection, they are not like actual bodies. They are more like sculptures.
Okay.
Delta says, yeah, I don't really, it's a bit gruesome to me, but you know, they're, you know. Anyways, points down a ways, and there's another desk with another mountain of papers on.
Can I linger back and sift around in Delta's brain?
How clear are you making it that this is your goal?
I think the only subtlety is connecting. I don't want to be stopped from connecting. Once I'm in, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, make a speed check then.
Okay.
I think Delta is looking like at the rest of them going to the table, so I'll say it's a 4. It's hard to connect to somebody without them noticing, but
Oh, yeah.
they are relatively distracted.
I'm gonna spend some speed to drop that down to a 3.
Okay.
Whew, that's a 9 on the die.
Okay. They turn to you, like, are you gonna, and then you connect. What are you looking for?
I want to know if they learned to be a human, or if there's code in them to recreate humanism.
It looks like a combination of both. As in, whoever created them, like greatly expanded on the foundation you laid. And also you can see memories of them, you know, existing, talking to people, talking to others. The faces are actually hazy back then, like how people don't remember faces very well.
Hmm.
But there's somebody who you think is Alpha in there.
Can I make a copy of that code? Whatever is coded.
It's a lot of code. It is like a code of a person,
Okay.
right?
I would like to break it. Because, and I, Kian, feel really bad about this, but the doctor would take this as, this was my toy first, and you don't get credit for something that I did. And if I can't have it, it needs to be ruined.
Make an intellect check of, like, this is going into somebody's memories and essentially bricking their brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's like a 6 or I'll say a 7. I'll go on the higher end of that.
Okay, so that would be target number 21.
Yes.
Can I use a cipher? Really quick.
Probably. What's the cipher?
It's intellect booster. Adds 1 to my intellect edge for 1 hour.
Yeah, for sure.
That brings my edge up to a 3, which means I don't have to spend anything, correct? And I have a 2.
If you don't have to spend anything for the first one, and then 2 for every additional effort.
I'll drop it 2.
Mhm.
By 2 difficulties, because I have 2 efforts, so I can only do it by 2.
Yeah.
And I can reroll with XP, correct? XP gives me a reroll.
Oh, yes, because you have the one. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a 7, 6, 5, difficulty 15.
15, yep.
Okay. That's a 12. I'm going to spend an XP to reroll.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 18.
Okay. You are like messing around in this creation's brain. And you find it. There is a critical thing that you can break. It probably isn't that hard to fix if you go into it all the way, but it does significantly fuck things up. And right as you do this, it seems like they gain some like autonomy and push you away. What the fuck? And then collapses. There is a single tear. The other 3 of you.
What's on the desk?
What's on the desk?
What's on
The
the
desk?
On
desk?
the desk.
Is mountains of correspondence between her and Merlot Clark Harrisburg. And it's not organized in a way, so like in any way. So you are digging through these emails, these files being sent back and forth, and you get the gist that Narcissa thinks that Merlot Clark Harrisburg stole her research. There is like mountains of this back and forth, like literally, you're not finding anything except correspondence between the two.
How quickly can I scan documents to see if I can just sort of get the gist of the details?
It doesn't take you that long. Definitely faster than somebody just reading. Eventually, you do find the name Project Ocean. And that seems to be the central point of this.
Are there any details on Project Ocean or just the name?
Details are really hard to find in this mountain, which is mostly name calling and defenses for that name calling. I'll say it's a pretty low intellectual. I'll say like an intellectual of 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and spend 1 to lower that to an intellectual of 1. That's an 18. I don't know why I even do that.
Okay. So yeah, all of you are kind of rifling through this. Hyena, you find a paper, and it is a program explicitly stated by Narcissa, created to kill.
Okay. Does it give the details of how it was meant to kill, or just this is a killer program?
It is. Both of these people know at least some of the details. So a lot of that is like, there's no explainer of any of the details. There's some references to like, you are using like my code that I use to corrupt data to do something that is entirely against my vision, and you are doing that on top of taking all my ownership of this. Is essentially
This is
Narcissa's argument.
Yeah, okay. Narcissa is saying Marlowe is manipulating, assuming I'm making an assumption here that a variant of, or maybe the original Andromeda gaze into a killer program.
It's interesting because that is a good assumption. They are talking about it like a person.
Oh, okay.
Harp, can we get communications out from this server?
To talk to Nova and the rest?
Not Nova, no. My mother, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
Dr.
leave me
Harrisburg,
alone.
it'll be difficult, especially if you don't want it to be traced, but you probably could.
Kind of weigh the options of just asking her. But she's crazy, and I don't think that she's going to be honest with me, so I'll try. I'll give it a
Okay.
shot.
Sure. Roll a 4.
I don't suppose specialized in software engineering can drive that down?
I think that's a little general. Actually, no, if you're encrypting it, I think, sure. I'll let you do it. Because that's the challenge here, is encrypting it, not actually getting the line out.
Okay, well, that drops it to a 2, and I rolled a 6 on the die.
Okay, yeah. What are you trying to call her and say?
I think she's just getting a little pop-up message from me. Hello, close parentheses, Ocean, OS or Ocean, Project Ocean, question mark.
You don't get you actually don't get a response. She has read this message. You don't get a response.
Orca sends her a thumbs up, like a little emoticon.
And after you send it a thumbs up, she just says, "Come back. We'll talk about it in person."
Can't, exclamation point.
You get a question mark.
Gotta kill God, smiley emoticon.
I assume after this you close the line of communication. Yeah, there is the little 3 dots typing, and then you close the line.
I got nothing.
This is probably about when you 3 could look back and see the lifeless body standing in front of the doctor, or crumpled in front of the doctor.
Oh shit. Okay, what happened there? You're muted.
You're muted.
Kian.
Get on. God, I wanted to see how she did it. I went to poke around, and I guess she didn't like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she really doesn't like us talking to these guys, huh?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna
Oh.
pan up slightly, looking back at where we came from, because according to my digging, she's either directly above or directly below where we just came from. What is directly above where we just came from?
Muted.
You're
You are
muted,
muted.
It's me now. No.
The curse is
From this
It comes for
angle,
us all.
The funny thing
You
is
can-
the captions still catch whatever we say when we're muted, so it's just they heard what you said.
It's funny from this far out. Your fuck is what I read in the caption.
It's true.
Yeah, from this far out, you can see back, and you can see high enough, just the shadow of a large circular platform. It does look like there's something above.
Okay.
the
And I
center.
imagine I can't see if there's anything below on account of the ground that there is, probably.
Yeah, on account of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
I think in the middle of when you all are kind of discussing things, you are put back to the middle once again, with this one now closed off.
I'm really not a fan of that.
Yeah, I feel like turn off the motion animation. I'm like getting a little queasy over here.
Hey,
What?
Project Ocean.
Are you a Pokemon?
Oh.
Sorry,
Makes
what?
sense.
Orca turns to Hyena and everybody else. What does that mean?
Well, evolution is a part of that. I guess that makes sense.
I was just making a joke.
I mean, they're like this old school game. They're like a bunch of little dudes, right? But like they say
Yeah.
their name.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
say
sorry,
their name.
The reference wouldn't probably goes. I'm into that kind of thing. I just like retro stuff. It was a joke. You guys can ignore that if you want.
I'm not going to ignore it because you just told us that Project Ocean is Orca. So, like, what?
You guys should probably. I'll tell it all when you get here. Just.
But you're just right up there.
Yeah, and I need you to see one more thing before we talk, so we can actually fucking have a conversation.
So, if I ever have an evil like lair, guys, I'm just gonna like bring people up and just show them videos or something. You know, make it quick.
Like a training montage.
Yeah, like
An
something like
onboarding
that.
video.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
you know.
well, this place isn't just for like showing people. I live here. Like this is my zone.
Okay.
But,
Why?
what?
Why do you live here?
Why do you call it
You
a
can-
zone?
We can talk about it later too. I don't have. Do you guys want another tour guide, or are you just gonna brick that one too?
I think
What's
you
the
bricked the first
doctor?
one.
No, the first Alpha's like next to me.
Can I speak to Alpha? Get proof of life.
Okay, yeah. 1 second.
You put
Hey
Alpha
guys. Hey. What's up? Can you guys? I kind of want to. Can you guys go? Like, do something? Do you want me to be back down there? I can go back down there.
It doesn't have to be Alpha, but sure, we'll have another tour guide.
on? Yeah.
I mean,
Wait.
I'll just go. It's what? Okay. And Alpha is going to appear on this mechanical shifting floor.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay. 2 down, 1 to go.
Okay. It's kind of hard to walk, so watch your step. And yeah, the floor is moving beneath you. This was not made to walk easily. It takes a while. But eventually, you get to another desk. There's no real frills this time. It is simply another desk.
Let's see
Okay.
whose hell it is this time.
Shifting through papers.
It is documenting. This one is very straightforward. It is documenting how she created Alpha.
Oh, I'm into this.
It is like very detailed things. Some of it goes over anybody's head who's looking at it here, but a lot of it is digestible. And I think the more you kind of know about this kind of thing, the more you're like, oh shit, that's kind of impressive. Like how you emulated this, how you're like doing this. It appears that it took a little over a year to get alpha working stably. What's up, JT Orca?
This may be a silly question.
What's up?
And if the answer is yes, it's going to lead to a silly rabbit hole. Is there code demonstrated on the page?
No, there is no specific. There is no like code that appears that it would be used in the program. There is like proof of concept code, where it's just like you can do this, and while you're running this program, call these functions. So you can get like a decent like idea of some of the code, but none of the like you can't like copy it down and make something with it.
No, yeah, it would require some extrapolation.
Yeah.
I would like to save that for later.
I think you can.
Oh, I guess I haven't been saying it, but like anytime there's been paperwork in front of us, I've been archiving it for my own personal use.
Okay. Good call.
Yep.
Nothing stops you from doing that. You can, for sure.
Yeah.
Granted, it might be, I guess, matter is weird. But yeah, after this, you are teleported back to the center.
Ooh.
All right. Are you guys just gonna try to kill me? Did you learn anything, do you think?
I give all my victims a chance.
Okay, well, that isn't really inspiring, but I could take you. So, the platform raises up, starting very slowly, and then after a certain point, much more quickly, as if somebody flipped a switch to make it go faster. And you get to the upper floor, which appears to be like a living area. There are a bunch of computers there. There's like amenities. Notably, it's first of all, it's very messy. It does not appear to be cleaned very often. And also, it is more of like a closed area. It's still in this white void, but there are doors separating things. No real walls though. Just doors. It's weird, like non-Euclidean. And right next to where you are, you see a bathroom with a toothbrush and like living amenities that normally would be a very normal sight, but given the context, it is quite striking. All right. And you see her in front of you, the person that you saw on the cameras before. Matted hair. Looks like shit, genuinely. Like, looks like she doesn't take care of herself very well. Okay. I'll give you guys the floor first. Do you guys have any questions? Just off the bat, I'm going to say some things so that maybe we can work out a deal or something.
Anyone have any like pressing things they want to ask? Because I got some questions.
Are you gonna try to kill me again? Is that on your list?
Okay, can we... You all know... Looks at the other three. You all know it, right? Okay, sorry. Grace, we're not gonna keep this up, okay? That's not what we're gonna do right now. We are going to have a conversation because I need to be talking to you right now. Do you think I can... You think I can be tricked by this? Like, you know what I did, right? She told you? God. Okay. What's up, Hyena?
So, big picture here. You are hiding somewhere in I was gonna say Unicore, but what's the actual business? What is it?
EngineSoft.
EngineSoft. You're hiding up an EngineSoft server room, making people out of memories.
I actually, sorry, you continue.
Yeah. You can correct me. It's fine. You have a plan.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah. And somehow Casanova thinks you are, excuse me, Marlowe, as you know her.
Either one. I don't really care.
Yeah. You are going to be responsible for a second Andromeda's gaze.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of connections here. There's a lot of disjointed things going on.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I want to know, big picture, what do you want and how are you going to do it?
Okay. So, yeah, I realized that I can be a god in a good way. A good way, can I say? A good way? I feel like that has a bad connotation to some people, but it's like fucking good.
Okay.
So I can create life, good life, pleasant life. And I have... Do you guys realize how fucking good the net could be? Do you realize that? Like, does anybody realize that? The removal of death as a consequence for actions is leading to things far worse than, right? Okay, let me give an example. You're an arena fighter, right, God?
Yeah.
Okay. What if I told you there are multiple arena fighting circuits, underground, private servers, connected to main servers, so you can still get them pretty easily. Where they figure out where you log in, and they keep track of that for when your body comes out. And then if you lose the fight, they kill you. Do you know that exists? That's the thing people do.
And you can fix this?
If I finish what I'm doing, then yes, because death will be a consequence. I want to make it clear. I'm not going to kill everybody. Like, that's not my goal. It is to responsibly and effectively and in a way that communicates to everybody, right? Like, what is a very wrong thing to do. Just every once in a while, to keep things on the up and up. Straight
so
up.
What did Emmett do? If you're so
Grace.
good, if you're God, if you're making these decisions for the betterment of the people, you must have done something really fucked up, yeah? So you tell me, you look me in the eyes and you tell me exactly what he did to deserve that.
You got too close.
What? Breaking your little game.
It's not a game.
You seem to be making all the rules, changing them so that you get to win and do what you want. Is that not what a game is?
I'm doing it for... Okay. First of all, I don't kill good people. And Emmett is, despite some mistakes and misunderstandings, good. How about that? I'll let you kind of fucking figure out the rest if you're a genius.
You're really doing good. You wouldn't care who knew about it.
People... The funny thing about people is that they don't fucking understand a goddamn thing, right?
You're different. You're better.
Yes!
Hmm.
Like, literally, yes. Nobody else can... Okay. If you saw everything I did, it's actually fucking crazy that you're saying that. I created a program that was going to enforce justice every, to the literally to the worst person that exists once every month. That was the design. Once every month. And then they turn it into fucking this. and motions to Orca. I break somebody's code down. It results in the loss of a body, and I keep it alive, and they won't let me let him live. Right? They won't let me bring him back.
Who specifically won't let you?
So acutely, the people that work right below me, in the grand scheme of things, everybody. It's an optics thing. Nobody would like that. I say, who would be sad about him living, even if it has to be in the net, because I'm a normal fucking person, right? Right?
How can they
Right.
stop you?
What?
How can they stop you?
They can remotely kill it. They can. So what I have is a way to create things, and they're self-stable in themselves. But in order for things to exit my server, it needs to go through a series of checks, or it's a foreign entity, right? And those can be, as you so cleverly worked around to get up here, right? Those can be remotely incinerated, and if that happens, he'd die for real. Sorry. I guess I should just ask. Are you willing to like negotiate with me? Because I feel like you can see that I am like doing good. Right? Right? Like I am going to be doling out justice. I am going to be keeping people in check. I am going to be re-providing the world with life that's better. And why shouldn't I do any of that, right?
Because you're going to be holding everybody hostage.
No.
The fear of being this once a month sacrifice or whatever you have planned.
If everybody's good, I wouldn't do that to
But
everybody.
Emmett was good. You said he was
Emmett's still here. I tried not to have Alpha say it to you, but Emmett's still here. Is that what you want? Is that what you want me to say? I just can't let him. Technically.
You just can't leave.
I have to shut him down whenever anybody comes in.
So where is he now?
He's dormant downstairs.
Show me.
How about this? Turns on, like points to a computer, and a screen turns on, and it is not Galahad, but physical Emmett, in a chair, like a recliner chair, but is unconscious. He's right there.
That's an image. And Galahad is not looking at the screen.
You know I'm right. You believe me. I'm not gonna act like you don't believe me right now.
Doesn't matter what I believe. If we're gonna do anything, if we're gonna negotiate, there are people on the outside who would take us out if we fuck this up. Hell, there are people on the outside who will take us out if we do this right, how we're supposed to.
Mhm.
So if we're gonna change our plans, it doesn't matter what I believe.
Okay. You want me to show him to you? You want me to show him to you? Yeah.
I want
Okay.
proof of concept that you can bring him back.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
you can do any of what you say you can do.
Here. Do you want a video of me interacting with him?
I want to go see him my damn self.
I'll
'Cause
bring
you
him
can
up
make
here,
a
but
facsimile of this. You can make your little avatars.
he's programmed to be dormant. When other people are in here, so people don't think he's active. But the doctor can let you know for sure that it's him, that it has his memories, that it acts as he would act. I'll bring him up. Is that what? Do you want that badly? Is this what you want your reunion to be? When you could actually like have it later?
I want to know if this is him or if this is memories that you've stolen from a corpse.
Starts to type in something, and as she's typing, I can't actually do that. That's the doctor. I don't know how to do that, actually, at all. So you can rest assured that I'm not doing that. But as she hits enter, you all see a man in a chair, unconscious. I don't know what you want from this, but
And you can't wake him up or people will find out.
yeah, right now since you're all in here, it's opening up a gateway to outside. I'm sure some of you kind of get that, but
We're tethered to the outside world. It's basically a threat.
yeah.
Defense mechanism. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna scan this guy. I'm gonna see what it says. I'm not gonna read his memories. I'm sorry, Galahad. I can't. Or yeah, I can't really do that part. But really quick, I just want to have Hyena scan to learn as much about this thing as possible.
You scan. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. It's literally what you do 24/7.
Harp, can I roll to breathe?
Go ahead. I mean, might it'll be a strength. This is what you were expecting when you scanned Galahad the first time. It's what this Galahad really tried to create, and to an untrained eye, this is what your Galahad would look like to a normal scanner. It seems like it checks out. Something different, though, is that its point of origin is within this server. That is one of the few differences you notice.
Is it avatar data still?
Mhm.
Full avatar data. Do I detect like an inventory, or are there like objects within it?
Not like a lot. Like a couple. Like I think there's a phone in his pocket. There's nothing like outside the norm for what somebody might carry on their person.
Okay. So yeah, you see like a virtual, like a hollow keyboard pulls up as I start like doing the scan, and then I look at Galahad and I go, if anything, it's a good facsimile. Yeah.
I don't do anything to trick you. Like if I did something to trick you to convince you that badly, like what's the point? Right? Like I'd just give up. I'll tell you what we can do. You all, I think, are, despite stubbornness, good. Right? Right? You tried to do good things, I think. Looks at the doctor for a second before her eyes go down. You can do more of that if you want. Let's see. Hyena. I could give you an exploit I found to create money. That actually, like, they could patch it out, but it would require a pretty big server overhaul. And even then, you could find a really easy workaround. Like, I think even you could do that for sure. And I'll also give you my ability to do what I did to Anna. I'll let you use that. Doctor,
I don't want to know. My morals. I appreciate you calling me good.
that's crazy.
My dog does not. Yeah. The doctor just says, I appreciate you calling me good. To each their own opinion. I don't want to be given the chance to make a decision without giving, and glances to Galahad, them the opportunity to see if it's actually Emmett.
Oh, I don't know. Looks at your Galahad. How do you want me to prove it beyond what has already happened? Like, I literally can't boot him up right now. I could play a video. I have videos of him interacting with people. I could give you the devlogs. I don't think you're like capable of reading them, but I could give them to you.
Try me.
Okay, sure. And pulls up years and years of devlogs of troubleshooting of notes. Make me an intellect check.
Okay.
I don't think you will understand all of it, but I think it's like a difficulty 4 roll to understand what's going on for sure.
Okay.
Can I help? Because I also want to learn something from reading the devlogs myself.
For sure. Yeah, decrease that difficulty by 1.
Can I throw any of my hacking on there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
do a
cool,
hacking.
Cool. Let's do that. That's a 19, baby.
Nice.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
Try me, bitch.
this is a fundamentally at its core. You can decide how you feel about this, but this is a digital recreation of him. Whether or not you believe that is actually him, it does use the beginning of the devlog is all just like the first couple months is just collecting chaos, is what she calls it. And there are detailed, broken down 3D renders of a glitching Galahad that seem to be thoroughly like taken from and like references to all of them. It looks like this was the basis for it. And there is a lot of like, you know, programming on top of it, I guess, is the rest of it. I mean, this is a digital recreation of life. It looks to be an earnest attempt to recreate him, and whether it works or not, you can't see it. I don't think you can assume anything from just like, you can't be like, that's fucking bulletproof
That would
code
work.
right there. Yeah, but it seems from her comments that this is an earnest attempt to recreate him. You can even see recorded conversations with him if you choose to look at those.
I don't think I'm in the headspace to listen to those right now, but good to know that they exist. For sure. I think that answers about enough of my sort of, you know, ethical, metaphysical understanding of things to satisfy that.
He talks about you a lot.
Okay, real quick. I have philosophical question to throw to everyone here. I'm assuming some of you, probably most of you, are familiar with the ship of Theseus. You know, ship that was sent out on the Odyssey, slowly but surely replaced plank by plank until it was a completely different ship. Or was it? I put forth the question of, even if this Emmett was based off of a real person, you have done something to change him fundamentally. That he is no longer the Emmett that Grace knew. Is instead, at best, someone who's moved on to being a different type of person. And at worst, a mockery of their memory. I can't sit here and just say it's worth bringing Emmett back, or if there's a value to who this person is in front of us to Grace. That's for her to decide. But I'm going to say, from my point of view, Emmett still died. And you're partially responsible for that. One way or another. Regardless of if he was good or bad, or got too close, or wasn't quite close enough, that doesn't matter. The fact of the reality is someone isn't here, and you're putting in front of us someone who isn't Emma. The dead are dead.
You can see it however you want. I don't see it any differently as me logging onto the net. Am I the same person as the original Narcissa? I don't know. I think it's a pointless question to ask. Regardless.
That was a weird way of phrasing that.
Oh, I programmed myself into the net. And then, left my body to do whatever it does. So I'm here now. So I really don't think it's a question that I'm concerned with. If it's that important to you, then go ahead. But I was happy to see him back. If the ship still looks like if the ship still sails in the exact way the ship sailed.
Can
Why
he
do you
log
care?
out?
No. His body, I assume, is dead now. Yeah. I can't either. You can't either.
I know, but I'm a robot.
I thought you were pretty cool.
Why did you care enough to try to bring him back?
Because I don't kill bad people. That's not what I do. And he was doing it out of the good of his heart. He just didn't understand quite right. And now that he does,
Did you tell him? Did you tell him what you did?
tell you what, you can do that if you want.
I'm
If
not
we
going to
can work
clean up
something
your
out.
mistakes. If you can't live with what you did, that's fine. I don't have to live with... I don't have to play this game of pretending that he's back just because you can't live with the mistake that you made. you're not infallible, and trying to fix this, making some buddy that can be in here with you that can't leave just the same doesn't fix that.
I wanted him to leave.
You didn't let him. And now he never can. And you did that. You don't get to fix that. This doesn't fix that. You killed a good man, and you have to live with that. You can try to be better after, but you can't bring him back.
I could give all of you everything you want right now.
No. You can't.
You really are his sister. As the floor beneath you begins to crumble away on the edges,
If I may react, I will. Where is it? I will spend 2 intellect points to use my far step and step next to this Emmett.
next to Emmett.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You can absolutely do that. Don't touch him.
A knife quickly ejects from my cane. And that little virus I've been saving coats it. Hello. We're not going anywhere. And you have a lot to answer for. Malware included.
You knew it. As she lets out a incredibly loud scream that not only comes from her mouth but all around you. As the speaker played before, it now rings in your eardrums as more and more of this platform begins to crumple away, and she begins to glitch in a very similar way that Anna did. And I think that's where we're going to end the session off.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
Holy
Just
shit,
leave us
Art.
with
Yeah, okay.
a egomaniac. You know, the phrase "peepapossus" comes into my mind.
Gesundheit?
It basically means God is in heaven and all is right in the world.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining all of us through this. This was episode 6, Heaven. And next one, I'm gonna say the title right now. Next one is episode 7, God.
Climbing that chain, baby.
We're gonna go around in a little circle. We'll go Kit, then Logan, then Kian, then me, then JT, because JT has to be last.
It's true.
Guess that means I should
So
get my shit ready,
Kit,
huh?
Do you want us to skip you? You can
Nah,
come-
it's
you
cool.
can-
I got it. No, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
Put me in, coach. Hey, I'm Kit. You can find me most places on the internet at KitRoll. Tonight I've been Galahad or Emmett or Grace. Well, it depends. We'll see. I'm so glad I gave you names for every facet of this character because we've ended up using all of them. It just keeps going down. But when I'm not being all of these characters at once in a trench coat, you can find me other places. Every other Wednesday, you can catch Beacons of Farlight over on High Shelf Collective with some other lovely fools here. I'll let them talk a little bit more about that. But if you want to see more, I don't know, I feel like it's adjacent vibes, shape-shifting, and having several identities, so stuff like that. Come check it out. It's a little Beacons game, post-apocalyptic nonsense. It's a delightful little thing. Fridays and Saturdays over on Life in the Apocalypse, you can check out the 3rd season of A Season of Secrets and Shadows. We are back with 2 tables, 1 story. It's all Regency flavored monstery romance. It's delightful. I play a little vampire who has been in Darkest Self the entire season. So we'll see if we can keep it up. It's been a wild ride. Maybe we get Oops All Darkest Selves by the end. I don't know. You'll have to tune in. Every other Saturday on Lost Caravan. I believe we are returning this weekend. You can catch Fatal Ascension. It's our Fabula Ultima campaign where I'm the robot this time. So jot that down. We are rapidly descending into the end game. Everything's happening. We're fighting death. I don't know. It's wild. So we'll see if we survive next session. And then aside from that, if you like magical girls, if you like queer stories, if you like prying hope from the jaws of defeat and then still crying a little bit afterwards, you can catch Bloom and Blight basically wherever you get your podcasts. If it's not somewhere and you want it there, let me know. I'll put it there. I got you, bestie. If you want to check out episode announcements, clips, things like that, you can check us out on basically all of the socials at this point at Bloom and Blight, all spelled out. And if you want cast and character information, transcripts of all our episodes, setting information, stuff like that, and a zesty little link to the community Discord for the podcast network, Dareful Archives, I can speak English, you can go to bloomandblight.com. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. Somebody else, who am I eating it to? Hey, Kian. Look up.
No.
We're doing the mic bit on not beacons. We're doing that.
I always do the bit.
Kian wholly unprepared because it was supposed to be Logan next.
Was it?
Yes.
I'm looking at the overlay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't
it's
have a
okay,
working
it's okay.
memory.
It's okay. I'm like preemptively which side am I gonna have to throw the mic to? Hello everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on where you're hanging out. Today I have been the doctor. My characters are growing increasingly bad, which I really enjoy. I used to play really wholesome characters, and now all of my characters are bad people. As Kit mentioned, Fabula Ultima Fatal Ascension campaign. I'm still a good character there. I'm just a little lad. I've got a girlfriend that's trapped in purgatory. I've got a boyfriend who's a dragon. It's super rad, super fun. He is a boyfriend, Kit. We're counting it. He smooched my hand. I'm trying really hard to punch death in the face. We're gonna see how that goes. Next Wednesday, I will be over on Lost Caravan for Nova, our season 2 campaign. I absolutely love that cast. I love that game. It is a good time. I'm just playing a very traumatized, very sad character on that one. Tuesday after that, they call us villains. Our Masks Horror actual play over on Entropy Emporium. Here on Entropy Emporium. I play a very angry, traumatized lad in that game. The Wednesday after that, Beacons of Firelight. Every other Wednesday, I am over there as a now angry and traumatized character. What else am I doing? There's something I'm forgetting, but I can't remember what it is. I do have a campaign coming up that I will be streaming here on Entropy Emporium. It will be an Invisible Sun campaign. Very excited. My players have given me a lot to work with, so we're getting ready for that. Launch is probably going to be in July, so keep a lookout for that. I have other things coming up that I cannot mention yet. So follow me on social media. That will be where you hear about it first. I'm going to grab the broken mic that absolutely did that terrible feedback sound because I wasn't ready. But I'm going to grab it and just chuck it over to Logan.
Holy shit, throwing shit at me. What the fuck? Hi everyone, my name is Logan, also known as Logan the GM. You can find me on most socials under that name. Places where you can find me, obviously here. It's been wonderful. I've been playing Hyena, and I went from a laughing lad to a very angry and traumatized lad, which I think is just the par for the course for this game, honestly. Outside of here, you can catch me on Apocalyptic Unlimited. It is an all POC TTRPG collective. We are celebrating Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander month, all that fun stuff. Actually really exciting. I'm going to be shouting out specifically Kema, because Kema has been Kema's a sweet soul, and they don't really put themselves out there, and they put themselves out there this month that they want to make a Pacific Islander specific game, and I just want to go take a look at that. If you are, a Pacific Islander yourself and you want to see games or people talking about games that will include your culture that are not racist stereotypes, hey, let's get it. Um, outside of that, you can of course catch me also on Bloom and Blight, where I play Wolfsbane, my wonderful, wonderful twink Vegeta. Today, actually, we just released our episode, which is a talkback episode between me and Kit about Wolfsbane, so you can learn a little bit more about how he met his girlfriend, his girlfriend in the game, yeah, and how she was created. Yeah, air quotes girlfriend. I don't know. It's relationship status complicated. Outside of that, I will just announce I started a project this week called the RBC, which stands for our TTRGV book club. I started a book club. If y'all want to join, check my Twitter. I have a link to a form. It's pinned right now. It's legitimately, I'm gonna just sit and we're gonna talk about a book, like a TTRPG book, once a month. Just because we know people have lives, so it takes a long time. Even when it's just like a 30-page book, it still takes time. And we're just gonna talk about what we like, what we don't like, who we think the book is for, and maybe if someone has become enamored with it, we'll schedule a one shot. This is no pressure for anything. This is legitimately just us trying to figure out what other systems are out there. And like, honestly, reading a book, reading a game is also playing a game, in my opinion. So now that I've talked way too much and way too long, I'm going to take this. I don't know which way it's going, so I'm just going to throw it into the air and see if it lands in Harp's lap.
Almost. It kind of missed. It was like by my feet, but it was good. It was good, all things considered, though.
Yeah.
I love going last. Can I say I love going last? Everything I've done is talked about, but I'll just say it one more time. I played Maisie in Beacons of Farlight Wednesday, 2 weeks from yesterday. She's really chill. She's kind of going through it right now, I guess, though. I don't know. She's like slightly less chill right now. The whole world ending, maybe, and all that. It happens. The day before that, I play Mara on Tikov, also very chill. Probably the second most hated character in the entire game right now. That includes NPCs. I think there's really only one worse. And it's Misty. But yeah, that's all I do. I do music. If you want a song for your game, I can hopefully make it for you if you want. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But DM me if we're doing that. I have some time in my schedule opening up. I can't do everything, but I can do some things, and I like some of the things I do. I also make video essays. This one's probably not going to be out for at least another month, folks. It's long. It's going to be about 2 hours. Was meant to be 30 minutes. Yeah, it is scope creep, Yeah, that's all I do ever. I live in my computer, and inside yours. I live in the internet, much like this game. Narcissus is based off of me. This is just kind of a meat suit that I have some programs inside. I'm going to vaporize the mic with my mind, and hope JT figures something out.
What a coincidence, because with my mind, I'm going to reconstitute the mic over here. Hi, I'm JT. I'm at Weebg all over the internet, or at Entropy Emporium, because I run this channel, so they say. I'm just the head of programming, really. I haven't even run a game yet. I kind of just hang out and let people do their thing, which I'm very happy to do. We got lots of fun games coming up for Entropy Emporium. We got the Cost Villains every other Tuesday. This has one more episode. We're working on getting all the YouTube videos out and rolling now that we're able to sort of take a breath and catch up. We have 3 campaigns upcoming at the moment. We have a Girl by Moonlight campaign that is heavily Neon Genesis Evangelion coded. This is going to be very fun. I'm very enamored with the cast, and I'm quite stoked for that. We have a D&D game coming up of my own design. I am finally running a game on my channel. That's going to be mostly 5e homebrew. It doesn't work otherwise, but that's for another time. And then we have Invisible Sun, as Kian mentioned. That's coming up as well, and that's going to be very fun. I have a lot of ideas for other games, but if you are someone that I know and you have an idea for a game and you don't know where to put it, maybe you could put it here if you want to. I'll take anything. I will. You could come. JD pitched me horror masks, and I was like, absolutely, let's do it. And we're just here to tell stories and have fun, and I would like to enable that as best as I can. Everything else that I'm in has been mentioned. That is Beacons and Nova, and A Season of Secrets and Shadows. That is the extent of my involvement right now. I run Beacons, and I'm a player in Nova. This has been more hectic than I thought. Remember to donate to charity and join our Discord if you would like. And we're going to run over to Happy Jacks RPG because they are streaming some tabletop RPGs tonight. It's going to be fun. Everybody have a wonderful night. Be good people, do good things, etc., etc., etc. Goodbye.
Bye.